What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Fly Like Zero. And today, same day, I'm literally recording right after I just got done recording another video. It's probably posted right before this video. We are watching The Love I Pray Finds Every Man. I pray love finds you too. Before it finds you, I hope it finds me. Now we about to get into this. This is a video by Josiah Kang, animated with like a voiceover, those type of videos. Let's get into it.
If you had to define love, what would you say? People are obsessed with the idea of love, relationships, and having a romantic partner. But if you ask most people to describe what love is, they wouldn't know how to answer. They would most likely say that love is this feeling, that you know it when you have it. But if love is just this feeling that we can't define, how are we supposed to know and find it for ourselves? It wasn't until I watched Frieren that I finally understood what love is, and it's not what you expect. It's not about chasing, feeling good, or even about falling.
Now, he probably about to cook, but you saying you find love from an anime, bro. Maybe it's time to go to some pussy, bro. No cap.
To know and find it for ourselves. It wasn't until I watched Frieren that I finally understood what love is, and it's not what you expect. It's not about chasing, feeling good, or even about falling in love. Most people don't understand what love is and spend their whole lives chasing the wrong type of love. People chase beauty, excitement, status, and even trying to find someone exactly like them. And all of these are the wrong type of love.
Okay, I'll take back what I said, because what I said was, that wasn't love. That's love, what he just said. Even the way he said it, so y'all can understand the message, me included, that was love.
But Frieren made me understand what true love is. Stark and Fern's relationship isn't the love that you see anywhere else, but it's exactly the type of love every man needs. We've all struggled with love, with finding a partner, expressing ourselves, and figuring out what we need in a relationship. But when you see how Stark and Fern's relationship grows, you'll be able to understand not only what love looks like, but how to know when you have it in your life. We all want to be seen, to have someone recognize us for who we really are. We want our relationship to feel like a place where we can be vulnerable. We want someone to support us and feel safe for us to be around. But men aren't taught to be vulnerable in relationships. In fact, we're told the opposite constantly. Whether it's a girl we like telling us men don't cry, or that real men shouldn't complain about work, we're taught by the world to hide our weaknesses. We're afraid of being truly honest to not only our partner, but even our friends and family. We're afraid of being judged and abandoned. That if they saw our weaknesses, they wouldn't want anything to do with us. But what we need isn't to hide our weaknesses from everyone, but find someone who sees our weaknesses and supports us in growing stronger. That's who we need. When Fern meets Stark, he's hiding in a village. He's afraid of being attacked by a dragon and pretends to be this courageous warrior, lying to everyone in the village. Even though he puts on a strong face at first, he quickly drops the facade and admits that he's scared of fighting the dragon. Fern reacts as any woman would, seeing a man they just met break down and beg for help. But even still, she comforts him the night before the fight. She doesn't judge him for being afraid and even admits she was afraid herself when she first had to fight a monster. Fern sees how hard he's trained and she knows he isn't a man who would run away. Stark faces the dragon alone, even though he's terrified, overcoming his fear of it with her help. Stark isn't afraid to admit that he's a coward in the face of a strong enemy, but every time he still chooses to fight and never runs away. Fern calls him a coward, but she still believes in him and trusts him with her life. The only reason they are able to trust each other is because they see each other for who they really are, all of their strengths and all of their weaknesses. They don't have to hide who they really are when they're with each other. That's because they need to know each other's weaknesses so they can protect them when they're weak, not judge and bully them for it. This level of honesty is the only real foundation you can build a loving relationship on. Without honesty and vulnerability, you can't ever trust or respect the person you're with. Without knowing their weaknesses, you will never truly understand them. We all want to be seen by our partner, to be loved for who we really are, despite our flaws. But how willing are we to show the side of ourselves that we're not proud of? Are we willing to admit our insecurities, what we lack, and what we need from our partner? We're afraid that if we show this side of ourselves, no one would want us, that we have to put on a mask so that they'll be attracted to us. But the real question you need to ask yourself is, would you still be attracted to them if they showed you who they really were? Would you really want to be with someone who you didn't really know and constantly hid themselves? How long could you be attracted to a mask they wore? Because once it comes off, you might realize you never liked them, and you just liked the way they looked or made you feel. And here's the thing we all get wrong about attraction, especially as men. Attraction isn't just about looks or about how they make us feel butterflies in our stomach. We think we like someone when they make us feel happy and we want to spend every exciting moment with them. When really, attraction is a lot deeper than just about enjoying the good times. The biggest sign of attraction is how much quality time you spend with someone, especially when that time is spent doing boring things. Whether it's going shopping, doing small chores, picking gifts, or even doing nothing together, Stark and Fern make the most out of every opportunity together. When they're both stuck playing the role of a lord and lady for over a month, something that they had to do purely for money to fuel their adventure, neither of them wanted to do it, and you can see them both hating it. But when it comes time for the ball, they choose to dance with each other. Stark says it would be a waste not to dance after all the work they put in. Even though both of them were forced to train, they weren't forced to dance with each other. This dance is more than just about them putting their fancy feet to good use. It's about them enjoying this moment together. Even in a situation when they're both unhappy, they find joy in each other's company. That one sentence captures a lot of their time traveling together. They are constantly being pulled into doing side quests they would never want to do, being snowed in or stuck in a village, but they always value the time they spent together. But if Stark hid his true self and feelings, he would never know if Fern wanted to spend time with him because of how he acted strong or because she genuinely enjoys his company. Frieren as a show focuses on small moments that would normally be skipped in any other anime, giving the weight of an entire episode to something as small as picking out a birthday present. But these small moments are big opportunities for connection. In our lives, we can be so focused on chasing excitement and milestones that we forget about the beauty that exists in the small moments of connection. Everyone is excited for the first time they get into a relationship, but we rarely think about how we will celebrate their birthday 5 years from now and how to still make that moment as special as the first. That's what it means to be wanted and to be attracted to someone. To spend the boring small moments together with someone who you truly know and understand. Even though Fern can be strict and Stark can be a coward, they show these parts of themselves that are less than perfect so they can understand each other.
Hold on, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be trying to be like funny, but this is deep. Yes, I'm about to unpause the video, bro.
When we imagine an ideal relationship, we think about all the good times we'll have, the dates we'll go on, the laughs we'll share, and the love we'll have for them. But our partner isn't only the person we go through the good times with. When we choose our person, we're choosing who we will fight with, get annoyed at, and struggle through all of life with. Stark and Fern go through everything on their adventure together. They kill demons, they share meals, they explore dungeons, and they argue with each other. From all the highs to all the lows, they choose to still stick together no matter what. Relationships work out the same way. We're choosing our partner for the adventure that will go on in life. If this is the case, of course we would want to pick someone who would have our back and we would have theirs no matter what. Stark and Fern have their fights. Multiple times during the show, they won't talk to each other because of something the other said or did. Fern gets upset when she thinks Stark forgets her birthday and is being inconsiderate when he didn't get her a gift. But really, Stark just wanted to pick out her birthday gift together. They both apologize and understand each other a little bit better, and then 2 episodes after, they have another fight, going through the cycle of anger and understanding all over again. It's normal when you spend so much time with someone that you'll fight. After all, we don't fight about people we don't care about. We fight with those closest to us because we care about what they think. The fights between Stark and Fern are never about who's right and who's wrong. After all, they don't want to fight. They want to understand each other. This part of love is something that we forget. We're picking who we will go through these fights and struggles with, and we need to pick someone we can trust, not someone who will just tell us how wrong we are and will always be arguing over the smallest things. If we got sick, lost our job, or were feeling depressed, would our partner still be there for us? Would they protect us? Would they help us get back up on our feet? Would we do the same for them? It can be scary to be alone, to be vulnerable, and share our weaknesses and insecurities with our partner. But it's even scarier to be with someone you can't trust to have your back. The real key here is switching your mindset from thinking that when you're trying to look for a partner or you're trying to build love in general, that you have to
That is Vagabond. Is that Dingy? Chainsaw Man. And my son handsome, bro. But hold on. I think that is Chainsaw Man. That's gotta be Chainsaw Man. Like, I don't have my glasses on, so it's don't come for me, bro. That like One Piece.
think about the good times, that if you're not enjoying yourself with your partner, then they're a bad match for you. Obviously, you have to enjoy your time with them and have similar values and hobbies and all of that. But I think the real test of if a relationship is right for you and if they're able to provide the love that you need as a man is if you're able to endure the hard times together, because that's how love is really tested. Because you can enjoy your time with probably anyone if you're in a good mood and you're in the right place. But how many people are you willing to suffer through all of the hardships, all the struggles of life with? That's the real test of if the relationship will last, but also if that person has your back. Because in those moments when life sucks and you're really struggling, you're going to be vulnerable. It's just natural that the mask that you've been wearing will fall off eventually. And they will see you for who you really are, and you'll see them for who they really are. And especially you'll see how you deal with these stressful situations together. And if you can't get through those times, then it's just a sign that the relationship just isn't gonna work out. But if the relationship is more like Stark and Fern, where you are working together to get out of the situation and see what both of you need to do, then the relationship is going to be strong and love is going to build as just a natural fact that you can go through these struggles together. As much as Frieren is a show about a party of heroes going on an adventure, it's also about understanding relationships and needing each other. Stark was trapped in the village for 3 whole years because he was too afraid to fight the dragon. It wasn't until Fern told him she trusted he wouldn't run away that he was able to steel his resolve and fight the dragon. He made more progress in 1 day than he did in 3 years because he had someone who supported and believed in him. Love can be tricky to understand, but in its purest form, love is something that helps you and the person you're with ultimately grow kinder, stronger, and become the best that you both can possibly be. Every fight with who you love should lead to a deeper understanding. Every hardship you guys overcome should strengthen your trust in each other. And every memory should make the time you spend together sweeter. Love is like the soil a flower is planted in. If the soil is barren, then love will wither and die. Sometimes we choose barren soil because we don't know what healthy soil looks like. We choose a partner we can't trust or respect because we just don't want to be alone. But chasing the wrong partner and the wrong forms of love where you have to hide your weaknesses and real self will only do more damage to you than being alone ever could. Finding someone to support you, trust you, and go on this adventure of life together is not easy. But then again, if it was easy, then it wouldn't be as valuable as it is when we find the right person. And we'll know we have found the right person for us if we have someone who will help us grow more than we ever could have alone, and who we also want to help grow stronger. I asked you at the start of this video, if you had to define love, what would you say? Maybe even now, you're still unsure about how you would answer. But after watching Frieren and seeing Fern and Stark's relationship grow, I would say that love is offering yourself to the physical, emotional, and spiritual growth of another person. This can only happen when you have honesty, trust, attraction, and know you're both going on an adventure together, not against each other. Men are taught in life that love is a fight, that we have to chase after a girl, that marriages lead to trouble, and we're told to be cynical about relationships. But this comes from chasing the wrong type of love. Frieren might be a fictional story, but its characters are most definitely real. For all of Stark's power as a warrior and Fern's strength as a mage, the two of them struggle with understanding relationships. We see them fight, argue, and get confused about how to express their feelings to each other. They are both powerful warriors, but they're also very awkward people who sometimes don't know how to connect to each other. But even still, when they misunderstand or are annoyed, they never try to hurt each other. They just want to understand where they went wrong and how they can improve. It's easier than ever for men to be lost, confused, and hide in a village for years, afraid of facing their dragons. Men need love and support if they're to become someone who can fight the dragons in their lives. Without this, we can be like Stark and wait in the village for years, maybe even our whole lives, too afraid of failing and taking a step forward. But having someone with you who believes in you, puts their faith in you, and walks side by side with you, that can make you grow into a stronger man more than you ever could have if you were alone. And this is a type of love I hope every man finds. Thanks for watching this video. If you're interested about love, let me know what your perspective is. Love is something that I think that all men really want to have in their lives, but struggle with finding. And it's conversations like this that I really enjoy having so that I can connect with more guys that have struggled through their love life and their understanding of relationships. So if you're interested, check the video on your right and comment down below to let me know if there's any other topics about love that you would like for me to talk about.
If y'all like that video, man, if y'all like his channel, we can watch more another time. But in order for me to know, y'all gotta show love to me first. I need to see them views, need to see them likes, need to see them clicks. And leave in the comments. Like, yo, he posted. You gotta go check him out. I'll go check it out. But until then, I'm gone.